Thank y'all for tuning in to the NOON podcast where the regular girlies have the real conversations. You know, it's your girl Champy.
It's your girl Ash Nicole.
And it's your girl Major Key, and we are back with another video.
We are back.
Hey y'all, we missed y'all.
So we're
Yes.
going to get right into it with the prayer because we have a lot to talk about. So everyone, bow your heads and close your eyes. Here we go. Father God, we just thank you for being there for us and continuing us to wake up another day. Thank you for peace, protection, and love. Thank you for continuing to allow us to get on this platform to grow our podcast. And we just thank you for all the things that you're going to continue to do in our lives. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Okay,
Yes.
y'all. Hey y'all.
Let's
How
get
y'all
into
feeling?
it
Y'all
because
good?
today we are doing a messy pod.
Messy pie, y'all. We are just talking about current events and what is going on in the world.
Yeah.
And yeah,
We just all in the
we ain't
tea.
got no flow. We just flowing. We all in the business. That's what
We
we
are.
are.
In
We
the
I
business.
really
keep
all
saying
in the
all in the
business.
tea, and we really all in the business.
All in the business. We all in
That's
the business.
hilarious.
So first we're gonna get this kind of damper like mood out of the way. So we're gonna talk about the very unfortunate story about the 12-year-old little girl who suffocated her cousin who was 8 years old over an
Yeah.
iPhone. Very sad. Like very, very sad story. I really I
You don't know
don't
what to
know. I
say.
don't. Like it's
I
just
feel
so
like
sad.
Just have
just
no
the
words.
just the whole thought about these kids being so attached to these damn iPads, iPhones, technology, like it's nothing that these iPhones should be doing that these kids need to be even fighting over. Like, okay, I know kids fight over toys and stuff like that, but an iPhone, come on, y'all are too young to be fighting over an iPhone. Like, what was so good in that iPhone that y'all was going at it that bad? Like,
Yeah.
that's what stuck out to me. Like, y'all fighting over
Yeah.
an iPhone.
I think what stuck out to me, I'm sorry, Key. You wanna go? You go because I ain't have words the first time, so I'm gonna let you
Right.
share your words.
And I think what's unfortunate is that like this girl and not even her because I think she's young and I also don't think she understands the full concept of like kind of what she did. I think it was just definitely a heat of the moment. And it definitely had malintent around it, but I think it's just going to be a dampering situation just to her whole family because like they were at the grandmother house. The grandmother did check on the little girl. The grandmother she just went to go see that they were sleeping. Like she didn't think anything of it until she even got a little bit closer. But I think what's important is to know that this is something that's going to be in their family and it's going to continue to be a burden on them. And I think it's just so sad that this little girl is now like facing like first degree murder and she's only 12 years old. And we are just continuing to allow our kids to be on the iPad. We are fixating the phone, fixating technology as the main source. So while it is a common thing for children, they don't know how to go through about their emotions. She saw her best fit to go through it was to kill somebody over a phone. And I just think about how life would kind of be different for our kids. I feel like I'm going on a tangent, so I'm almost finished. I just feel like it's definitely different for our kids who don't know how to let out any energy outside.
Mhm.
They're inside, pent up energy, pent up anger. So when something does happen, their first encounter is to let me do something or let me suffocate somebody. Like she doesn't even have the rationale to even know like her whatever she did in that moment was even wrong because a lot of these kids are not outside, they're inside and just building everything up. So I think this is a sad situation in total.
I think that it is a bit psychotic that you're 12 years old and you had the idea to suffocate your cousin. I
Yeah, I'm on that
feel,
end of it. Like
yeah, like
I
I
think
feel
this was
like,
intentional.
yeah, I feel like she definitely knew what she was doing. These kids are way beyond their years now. Like 12-year-olds are out in the street doing God knows what with God knows who. And I just feel like actions like this need to be nipped in the bud at a very young age. This is like the signs that people turn a blind eye to, like, oh, she didn't mean to do it, or oh, she was upset, or oh, she has anger management issues. I feel like they become the adults that are psychopaths.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like at the end of the day, whatever comes to her because she's now caused pain throughout her whole family. Like, who knows if her mom and the little girl's mom were sisters or whatever. I don't know how they were cousins, whether it was the mom and the mom's brother and whatever. But like, I won't ever be able to look at you the same or your child. Like, your child is crazy. She's a
Mhm.
psychopath. So I just feel like it's a sad situation because it's like, what made you think to do that? Like, where are we in society that will make you think to kill your cousin over a phone? Especially your little cousin, like 4 years younger than you. Like, you obviously know you got to be the bigger cousin and be like, all right, she want to be on my phone. Like, she could be on my phone because she the younger one. But like, it's just crazy to me. Like, I don't know. And I can't even say, like, where's the parents? Because how many times have we had sleepovers where, like, our moms will come in maybe once or twice and be like, y'all good? And keep it pushing. So it's like, I can't even blame like the parents. It's just like, I don't know, the exposure to the technology and like just knowing too much at such a young age. Like, how did you know that putting a pillow over somebody's face would suffocate them in the first place? Like, how did you know that? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's crazy. I really pray for the family because I know that this is a hard time. Like, it's hard for them to grieve because the person that did it is still in the family. So it's like,
Yeah.
grieve or be mad. Like, I don't, it sucks.
So
I
do we?
definitely.
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. Well, I was gonna say like I agree with the part about like it being intentional, but I don't think that I agree with her being trialed as an adult. Like she's 12 and her brain is not fully developed, and I don't think that choices that you make as a child should be a reflection of you as an adult. But I do think that she needs to definitely spend time um incarcerated. And I'm not saying for the rest of her life, but I'm also saying that she needs to be incarcerated. She needs help. Like she needs to be in therapy. Like she need a lot of resources around her.
Yeah.
And I just hope that those things work because sometimes like when you incarcerate these kids, it's not like a place where they're being rehabilitated. Like it's just a place for them to sit and
Mm-hmm.
they not even getting the tools they need to come back into a functional society.
Yeah.
So I definitely think it was intentional. I definitely think there should be consequences for her actions, but I'm not sure if I totally agree with the first degree murder being trial as an adult because again, she's only 12 and her brain isn't fully developed, so there is room for growth. Like there's room for her to um
Yeah.
possibly become like a better citizen in society. And yes, I do agree that these are signs and they are people just ignore those type of signs and then kids like this become adults who are ministers to society. But if you are tackling this at the age that she's at, or even they should have been tackling it before, because I know there were previously signs, but a lot of people aren't paying that close attention to their kids or don't feel like mental health is important in their household or their community or those type of
Mm-hmm.
things. So um yeah, I just feel sorry for the family altogether because again,
Yeah.
they're all in one family. So the grief, the going to court, like I thought I even seen like a clip of the mom like crying in court. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's just super unfortunate because it could turn family against each other, picking
Mm.
sides, and like it's just a rough time for them. So
Yeah.
definitely, we should all keep them in their prayers, our
For
prayers.
sure. I was just about to say prayers going out to them, but Key, what were you gonna say?
No, that was my question. Was should she be tried as an adult? And I think, like Champagne said, I don't think she should be tried as an adult. Just for the simple fact she is a child, she is growing. But you know, accountability and her being held accountable for her actions is the number one priority, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But also like just teaching her the importance of like having there's consequences for every action that you make,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
also it should be something that's kind of like shared with our kids, like even like if you might see a little brother or you see your cousins or something, like let them know like the seriousness of like people's actions. Like I don't even think her family even well, I don't know their situation, but like did you ever talk to her about like what certain things happen if you do certain things? Like I feel like there should be conversations that happens with children at a young age of like, hey, this is what your outcome is if you do this, or like this is how we used to have like dare come to the school We knew the consequences with drugs. We knew the consequences with anything that was detrimental to us. So I think we should just start those conversations or continue to have them for our kids, because I think that's what they're missing out on right now.
Yeah. I think it also sucks her being tried as an adult, and it's always gonna go back to race, but like it seems like they never give black people the benefit of the doubt or the opportunity to grow or the opportunity to be able to fully take accountability for their actions, but give them another shot at life. I feel like the moment that they got the opportunity to shut some black stuff down, they're gonna do it. And I feel like it'd be white adults that Columbine schools, all types of stuff, and they're like, oh, they suffer from mental illness, oh, they this, oh, they that, and they bring them out in handcuffs. But if it's somebody black, they killing them on the scene. So I feel like when we compare the two, I definitely feel like she should not be tried as an adult. But if the justice system was equal across the board, I would say, whatever came to her, and it just is what it is. But I feel like there's definitely some grace that should be given, just for the simple fact that there is grace given to other races. So I just hope that, she just learns from this and decides to make better decisions. And I pray that a miracle happens, because obviously they're already planning to try her as an adult. So I hope that something more positive comes from this and she just learns her lesson. But that's extreme. Um, Very sad. But I want to lighten the mood because this is a damper.
Go down.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
so
what you said.
sad, like so sad. But let's get into the real tea.
Let's get it.
The
Let's
fun
get
tea.
into the real tea, the fun tea. So we're talking about Joy Chavez, whatever you say. I thought the girl name was Joey, so clearly I don't know her for real. But nevertheless, her being on her third baby dad, third child, how y'all feeling about that?
I personally, how I feel about it, I feel like she ain't the only one. Number one,
Oh, she ain't.
she ain't the only one. Do I feel like she could have been smarter? Yes, but she probably felt like she was in love. Okay, you was with Bow Wow. Okay?
3 times.
You started with a banger, Bow Wow. Back in the day, Bow Wow was that, okay, Bow Wow. Okay, then you moved to Future. Future up here. But now you on a football player and you still couldn't secure a ring or a man. Like I'm confused. I'm trying
It's crazy to me. It's really
to
crazy to me. I don't. What's the most crazy is that, like, all right, cool. What's that saying? Was like something, shame on me. 2 times shame on you. Like,
Yep.
girl, like you can learn from your mistakes one time. Like, all right, cool. You had your baby by Bow Wow. I don't know the dynamic of their co-parenting situation. I don't know if they get along. Nevertheless, you had a child, and y'all were no longer in a relationship. Then you moved on to Future, which I'm not saying listen to the rumors about somebody, but like you should always be like listening, at least taking like notes, mental notes. You already heard what kind of guy like he was. I don't know if you thought you could change him or if y'all was on this in this for the long haul. But like, cool, you got pregnant the second time, and then now you're like with this guy who is a whole decade younger than you. And is it like at this point, are you looking for love or are you looking for more money? Like that's the question I'm trying to ask. Like, are you trying to secure the bag? Because for real, like, what money is Bow Wow making right now? Like, I really don't know. Don't really see him in the limelight. Like maybe he's singing "Let Me Hold You" in a couple clubs around his way. But
Around his way is crazy.
I don't know.
I ain't got no money there.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't know where the money will be coming from. Like, I don't know what exactly he's involved with now. Like, he might still be getting some little royalties or whatever from his music, but like, what is he doing currently that's continuing the growth of the money? So maybe she ain't get really like a secure bag with him. But like, Future got a billion kids, so it's like, okay, are you really getting a bag from him either? Like, I don't know. Like, I really don't. I want to know what her angle is. Like, I wish I could ask her. Like, is it just
But
because you wanted a lot of kids,
I want to
or
play devil's advocate because okay, so if we saying that Joy, her baby father was Bow Wow Future, right? And kind of like what next man is she gonna go to? She's not gonna go to a nigga that don't have no money.
Oh no, I don't think the niggas is the issue. I think getting pregnant is the issue. You don't have to get pregnant by every person you go with.
But I think she's in love though. Don't you get pregnant by people you love? So she might really be.
You've been in love for how many years? Have you been pregnant?
Well,
Are you pregnant?
It's not about me.
I'm just saying, like being in love and being pregnant is crazy.
Baby, she wanted to have a baby. So go ahead, sis.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that I really don't know what her situation is, but I'm just gonna also plead devil advocate. Some people just want to have kids by people. Like they're not really looking for that whole like marriage relationship lifestyle. Like a lot of celebrities already know what come with the celebrity world. So they might be like, all right, like if I want a baby, I'm cool with having a baby, and it ain't like I'm gonna be struggling with my baby. I think that the part that people on the outside is looking at is like, oh, like you should want a family, like you should want the mom and dad in the same household and all of that type of stuff. But some people don't aspire for that. Like I feel like the world is just changing so much that some people just not looking for like that American dream anymore. They just want to do and live life how they want to. Like it ain't about like, oh, let me be with this person and hope they marry me. Like, and then again, she might hope that. Like, we never know. But I think some people are like that. Like, they don't mind having a kid, securing a bag with their baby dads, and that way I don't gotta work super hard. I can afford the kids that I have.
Yeah. But I feel like is that detrimental to the child? Like, are you being selfish for just wanting to keep having kids out here, and like the kid has to grow up and like either hear things about their parent, obviously, because your parent is in the media, so you got to hear all these bad things that people are saying, because I'm sure people are saying a bunch of negative things like, oh, your mom is a whore, or your mom is this, or she on her third baby dad, she messing with a 25-year-old. So it's like, are you thinking about like your children in that aspect? Like, you might want to have a lot of kids, that's cool, but like, are you having them for you, or are you really thinking about like their future and what people may say? And that you might not care what people might say about you, but your children, like, they might care what you're saying about their mom. And I also feel like even if you don't aspire to be married or have a family, like you could get an organ donor. Like, you don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
The
not
organ
organ
donor
donor,
not rich.
a sperm
The sperm donor not rich. They want to secure their
That's
bag
what I'm
and have the
saying.
baby.
You're just so it's not really about the child. It's more about you securing the bag. So do you really care about like being a mom, a good mom, or
Two
are you
things
caring
could be true
about?
at the same time.
Yeah, and I think she.
No.
She gonna say no. Yes, two things could be true. I could want a baby, but I could also want a baby by somebody who can also financially support the baby with me. Like, instead of just
And I
going
don't
to a
think they
sperm
be
donor.
doing it to support the baby. I think they be doing it to support their own lifestyle.
It could be. It could be
So
both.
it's just like you just really trying to secure the bag for you. It ain't got nothing to do with the baby, because there's plenty kids that grow up in a comfortable lifestyle where their parents is not rich. So you could just literally be with somebody because you like them, or you could be with somebody because you trying to secure the bag. I feel like, and granted, she probably not gonna meet no regular guy because she's Joy Chavis. So it's not like she's gonna go from Future to Bob down the street. But at the end of the day, it's like, what is your intentions with having like a baby with every man you get in a relationship with? Like, that's the part that just is like mind boggling to me. Like, you don't have to get pregnant every time. It's okay.
I got 2 points on that. So the first point, I think I'm gonna choose the rich baby dad instead of the sperm bank anytime. The second point is just taking Joy out of the whole situation. Just people who do this in general, because she's not the only celebrity who do it or the only person who do it. Yeah. I think a lot of them also don't do it for longevity when it comes to like what they want to be. Like, I feel like it's popular to be young, turn and have a rich baby dad, but once time settles in and you want to have that family life, I feel like it just makes it a little harder. Well, a lot harder to have that family life when you already 3 babies and 3 baby dads, and like having multiple baby dads is a red flag to a lot of guys. So if later down the line you start to look for a husband, that makes your chances like a little harder. Like, And that don't mean she's not fine, she not pretty, that she not doing her big one, but it's still like a red flag to guys. Like they
Yeah,
don't find that super attractive.
Yeah.
yeah.
They'll
And
still
I feel
hit,
like she
but I don't know if they gonna
definitely
wanna be
marry
like
you.
their husband.
It's too much
Yeah,
bad.
Right. And she
yeah.
35 too, so it's like, all right, this is probably gonna be like maybe your last child. I mean, women are having babies older and older nowadays, but like usually 35, you probably like, all right, I'm done. So it's like, cool, you spent all your youth playing, having babies by this one, this one, this one. Then when you get with somebody that you actually like or want to be with, now y'all can't even have a family together. Like you can't even probably give him a kid because at this point you older now. You probably don't want to start over with another kid, and it's just like you could have been looking for love and could have been in a nice cool relationship, but you was out here chasing the bag, and now you're lonely at
Mm.
40 with no man
So what
with
about
three
the
kids, three baby daddies.
what about like women who are in that situation? Let's say they don't have the third baby yet. They got two babies. They chose two guys who it didn't last with, and now they're on their third guy, and they're like really digging this guy. What's the timeline? Do you feel like should be on it? Because she might genuinely feel like this guy is going to be the one.
They was together for 1 year. So it's
Listen, people
like,
fall in love. You was with your man for 1 year, then y'all got
but
married.
I'm not pregnant. That's the situation. Like I didn't have no
No,
baby.
I'm talking
Like
about feelings though, like feelings. Like she probably felt like, okay, like
This was the
this
one.
year has been great. Like this is like a good relationship. He's been treating me well. He hasn't been like, giving me these signs. And not saying him in general or her in general, but just people in general who are dealing with this situation. Like they might feel that way about a person, and then boom, this boy is telling them, "Oh, I want to create a family. Oh, this is going to happen," because at the end of the day, he could have proposed to her, married her, still left her, like within these same time periods with this new
yeah.
kid.
And I
So,
think if that's the situation that played out, it wouldn't have been frowned upon as much because it's like, okay, y'all were married and y'all didn't work out. Cool. You're
mm,
not just out here popping out kids for this guy, this guy, this guy. Like he actually saw you, actually respected you, actually decided that he wanted you to be his wife. Y'all got married. So if you're married, like obviously there's no rules at that point, like have the baby. But if things don't work out in the future, that's cool. But at least it shows that you aspire to be something more than a baby mom.
it's
Yeah.
like damn if she do, damn if she don't, because the
Right.
same goes for Cardi B, because she's married to her man, like, and she get bidded on all the time because of the fact that he out cheating or he got somebody
Right.
pregnant or this and the third. So it's like a lot of the time for that world, marriage don't really mean nothing. Like it's just we married. Like I feel like
Yeah.
for
I mean,
us,
I
if
think it
we're
meant something
regular,
to Cardi,
oh
not
yeah,
her
I'm sure
spouse.
it means something to the woman always. But when it comes to the man, like I feel like I'm rich, I'm turned. I could buy you a ring. I could buy you whatever ring you want. Boom. Oh, you want me to marry you? Cool, I'll marry you. I don't feel like the men in that world take marriage as serious as like, and it's not all the men in that world. I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
that, but a lot of men in that world. So a lot of women
But in
just get
that
love
case,
bombed, and you just gotta figure out how to, I don't know, hold back your feelings or something, or just like
yeah.
take a break from dating. But it sucks because I know a lot of people want that companion. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have no timelines for her or anybody else in that situation,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I don't look at Cardi B in a certain way because she got two kids by her husband. Like, so whatever he do is not going to make me look at her differently. I'm talking about the way that I view Joy. Like,
mm.
I can't dictate the way that I view her because of what her spouse is doing. Like,
But that's
she
probably because you like Cardi B. A lot of people
I like Joy
be
too.
be
I really
coming
do
at
like
Cardi
Joy.
B
I
like,
think
oh,
she a
you stupid,
dancer.
like you still with him, like get a
Nah,
divorce,
I don't
like da
think.
da da.
Well,
A
I
lot of
do think
people
she
are
should get
like,
a divorce, but
yeah, like a lot of people are still going at her just in a different way than they're going at her. Like they both getting negative feedback from the public.
But I think
yeah.
it's easier said than done because I don't even think that Joy even imagined that they would. You don't get in a relationship or you don't do stuff with somebody that you think is going to renege or don't want it eventually down the line, or like y'all going to break up. I'm sure she had full intention to be with this person. She probably saw him as somebody she want to have her kids with, she want to be with, but comes to shove, it's like a lot of the time people show their true colors when babies are involved or when
She don't
you are.
even have it yet. when they broke up.
Well, she didn't have it yet, but it's still her mental, like when
Yeah.
people are having a baby or they are like about to conceive or like whatever, people
Yeah.
show their true colors. So she probably even saw something in him that she probably didn't align with, and that's why she had to like just jump out of the relationship or whatever happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then 9 times out of 10, who knows? Later down the line, the baby might come. They might even get back together. I think it's just time will tell. We don't know these people's business, but I'm in it.
Period.
Do y'all think Cash Doll and her being getting back together?
I think they're gonna get back together.
I think they're gonna get back together, but that's one thing that irks me. I don't like when people get on the internet and then they start to bash their baby father. Why? Like,
especially when you're gonna be right back with him.
You're gonna be right back with him, and you also knew he wasn't shit when y'all was together. Like, you now make a public decision.
Wait, she was on there bashing him?
Yeah, she just said, I'm single. I'm not about to be with somebody that's going to be disrespecting me. I don't care if I got 2 kids by him. She didn't really like do too much.
Well,
but
like even like I don't. She don't have she doesn't have to tell us her business. But I just feel like I don't, and I'm not even just talking about Cash Doll. I'm talking about girls in general who get online. They start talking about their baby father. Oh, we not together. We not doing this, that, and the third. But then you're gonna be right back with them. Like, I don't like the idea of like.
Or maybe she won't. But even if she do, that's cool. I do hate the run into social media stuff because it makes you look very crazy if y'all do get back together. And I really hate when women do stuff like that because now you look like a clown.
Mm-hmm.
Truly. But I also feel like, I don't know if she thought he wasn't shit when they first met each other. He might have been cool. But then, as their relationship progressed and he put her on, or she put him on, he in the limelight, he might have started feeling himself, might have started doing weird stuff. And that could have been the reason why, they broke up. Who knows? But I don't know. I feel like it sucks because I feel like they was a cute couple. Obviously, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But I feel like if she thought he was cool enough to have baby number 2 by, I'm just kind of sad that it didn't work out for them too because it seemed like they was in a nice, healthy relationship. But I just feel like just the industry just in general really sabotages a lot of things because I feel like when you're in the relationship, you can't really tell if the person is really down for you or if they're down for your things. And I feel like I've said this before, but I feel like in our little bracket where we at, we can like somebody for who they are because there's not a whole lot of things blinding our view. But I feel like for them, it's easy to like somebody because they got some money and then you just make yourself like them for them later down the line. But I feel like for us, we like them for them and then we like whatever else that they can give us. So it just sucks. And it's like, you in the limelight. So you putting your business out there, people probably gonna find it out, the media, the paparazzi, whoever. Just let them find out and don't verify or correct nothing about nobody. Because if you do get back with them, ain't nobody ever hear you say y'all broke up. That was a rumor. Like, I didn't hear nothing.
I think Cash Doll kept it cute. Like, she just kept it like regular, general. Like, oh, we broke up because she not letting her disrespect her. And also, I think she kept it cute. I think she just said it in general, and I feel like she just tried to get ahead of it so that people won't be DMing her like, oh, your boyfriend or your baby dad is out here in these streets now, and it being all on the blogs as if he's cheating on her or something like that versus her just saying like, we separated and that's that. Like,
yeah. An example of one breakup that I really admired was Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor. Like, they kept that under wraps real long. Like, people didn't know that they were going through a divorce or separated or wasn't living in the same house for a long time until I think most recently some stuff started coming out where they went to like court or something. But I feel like that's how you handle the situation. Like, a lot of people can't be in your business. You don't owe me an explanation as to why you're not with your baby dad. I mean, granted, I like the tea. It's something for me to talk about right now. But at the end of the day, you don't owe nobody that. Like, you ain't tell the world when y'all got together, like, oh, by the way, I'm in a relationship with this guy. So you don't have to make an announcement about y'all breaking up. That was just like Meek Mill when he decided to go on and tell
I was
everybody he
literally
broke
thinking
up
about that
with
with Milan.
Milano. Like, don't nobody care. Like, you didn't have to make a full announcement about it. If y'all not together, y'all not together. If y'all are together, y'all are together. But I feel like it looks more dumb when you make this announcement and then y'all be right back together.
Right.
I think a lot of celebrities do that because that's just the life they live. Like they live a public life, so either they doing it to bring more attraction to their page because they going to definitely be dropping something new for people to like buy or listen to or whatever the case may be. They try to reveal their own tea so that people will come to their page. This is social media. This is how they probably also get paid too. Like everything is based off of who they are on social media. That's their attraction. That's how they create their fans, all that type of stuff. So they do it. They drop the tea on themselves just because they want
Yeah,
attention.
probably. I ain't dropping the tea on myself just cause y'all have to find out the hard way. Y'all gonna have to find out the hard way. Like she just had a baby. I know she probably might be going through postpartum. And now you got all these, you done dropped this tea. Now you got it on the shade room. I know you going in there reading some of them comments. And now your feelings is hurt. And you said you miss your man. I know you miss your man. Y'all was together every single day. And now he's going. Like, come on. Just be in your feelings at home. Talk to your girlfriends. Like, that's what I feel like. Do celebrities have girlfriends, like homegirls that they can just rant with? Like, why do y'all go to social media? Like, Cardi B, call your sister. Call your best friend, call somebody. You don't have to get on live screaming and crying. It's crazy.
I love when she get on live.
Like she needs
to call your sister, call your friend, call your mom, call somebody in DR, call somebody. Like you do not have to call social media. Like I'm just saying, like she might have some family over there. Like make that long distance call. Like it's okay. You got the money to pay for it because now you staying with them, and that's why you're getting all this negative feedback.
Well,
yeah, I get it.
So, I mean, yeah, it might be for like a little, you know, my album about to drop, I'm about to get some money from it. But at the end of the day, you still home in that bed crying with the money.
I'll be crying.
So it's like
you can say with the money.
Like you still got the money, but you still crying. Like I don't know. But yeah,
I feel like life be happening to everybody, so they just be like, all right, I'm gonna get rich off of my downfalls versus like just being broke in the house and crying. I don't know. Yeah, would you rather be broke or would you rather be rich?
I don't want to cry. Period. I want to live a healthy, happy life.
But if it's just in line for you to cry, what you want?
I want to
cry.
I want to cry. 16
I want to cry rich for sure, but I don't want to cry. Like that's the thing. I hate that. That's
I don't want to cry.
But that's like OT and Malika. Like I didn't hear too much about them. They wasn't really in the media until like recently.
Was they not really in the media, or was we not checking for them? Because I don't think nobody was ever checking for OT Genesis.
Point.
Like who cares what they got?
I feel like they be in the media. But I also think the most recent like thing that was in the media is the most people have checked for them. Like
yes,
yeah, I definitely feel like
since they had first got together.
Yeah,
and then since they had the baby, and then
I think the only thing OT Genesis was the one who was coming for Keisha Cole's mother. Was that him?
He didn't come for her mother. He made the song "Love," and Keisha Cole didn't clear it.
No, he said something about her mother before.
Oh, I
don't know about that. R.I.P. to Frankie. Stop.
Right, I love Frankie.
Effie was coming at OT Genesis. I remember that online. That was one thing I remember. And I think
so give us the tea. Come on, tell us.
Nephew was mad. I forgot. He said something about her mother. I'm so sorry, Frankie. I love you. But he said something in regards to that. Keisha didn't like it. Neffy and the family was mad. But I think Keisha forgave him. I think even with the song, like he came on stage and whatever happened. And Neffy was upset that still happened because like you talked about our mother still, like at the end of the day, like that's not forgivable. Knowing that she passed from it. So I think that was another thing that was in the media. But after that, I still don't know him though.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we dive into OT, Keisha Cole, she was with what was his name? The crazy guy. No,
Honcho.
AB that she got name tatted.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Anthony Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, Antonio Brown. Ain't that his name? Antonio Brown.
Brown, yep.
And
Antonio
did
Brown.
y'all just see that he was in the club kissing Lil Kim?
Ew.
Like
Ew, like
they
why would
all
you
be
be
all
kissing
over the
that
place.
lady?
Like all the
Yeah.
That's
old
a
heads be
mess.
all
They
over the place.
old. They want them young things so bad.
Right. She got her. Is her and Huncho still together?
I don't know. Probably not.
Child,
But
I
anyway,
don't
back to
know.
OT and Malika. She wanna
I
give this
think
man
Malika stirred the pot.
100K. I mean, and have
100K.
another baby by her. How
That's
y'all feel about that?
I'm not paying you to have a kid. We together and we have another kid. Like, what's your point in that? You might as well just go get a second baby dad.
That's
you want
what
them
that's
both
what
to
the
just have?
conversation is. She don't want to have another baby dad. She want to have her kids by the same person. And instead of going and just having a random baby by a random guy who she knows she's not gonna be with, she want to ask him to basically be a sperm donor and give her another kid. And that be
she said
that. Y'all say y'all don't like women with multiple baby daddies.
My
just
thing is,
Chloe, because Chloe was saying the same thing. That's why she had that second baby by Tristan, because she wanted to be the same big dad. She want to be like
that's
Chloe.
dumb.
You can't, sis. You can't be like Chloe.
The
Be
decisions just be
yourself.
dumb. Like I understand the concept, but like if y'all are no longer together, then I don't think that should even be a thought. Like, granted, if you had one child and that relationship didn't work out, my mindset would be to aspire to be in a relationship that we can build a foundation and have some longevity before I even decide about bringing another baby into this world. Like having another baby would be the last thing on my mind based on my experience with my first baby dad and my first relationship that I got a baby from. But I mean, that might not be everybody's mindset. Like, I feel like they just,
Yeah, she want another baby.
and that's the thing. Like, I don't know. If you want
She
to have
asked
another
Rob,
baby,
but Rob
sis,
said no.
you just asking niggas. Like,
Well,
Yeah,
she
I
used
think
to go with Rob. Actually, they was
I
in a long term
know, but
relationship. But
yeah, but I'm not asking Rob if just, hey, you want to have a baby by me? Like, that's not a casual thing. Like, I want people
so
to
what
stop
should she
making
do?
having
Go
a
to a
child
sperm
so
donor?
casual. She should get a relationship and be in it for some time and get the baby idea out of her mind until she gets in a relationship that's stable so that her child can have a two-parent household.
she's
You worrying about the wrong things.
she's giving thirsty. She's giving very much so thirsty. And I even watched a TikTok video on her of like her dating history of her just being thirsty. I think she's just being thirsty for a child. She needs to focus on her child now. I think I even seen like on
She want another kid.
Girl, shut the hell up.
no, you don't need to worry
Y'all
about
are
that.
disregarding
need
the fact
another
that she want
child.
another baby. It don't matter about the baby dad for her. She just
Freeze
want another
them
baby.
eggs and focus on you and finding a man that's gonna love you and give you
She wanna
stability.
have
She
a
don't want
baby.
love. She wants the baby.
She want a
That's
baby.
crazy.
Like
I don't
this is
get.
the point.
I
She wants
I
a
guess.
baby. How can she have another baby? That's the question right there. What is her steps to having another
She
baby?
shouldn't be. Don't.
She want a baby.
No. There's
Adopt-
people in hell want water and they can't get
God
it.
no. But okay, I don't know how old she is. I'm assuming she's in her late 30s. I don't know. But she probably want a baby now because she's still in her 30s and want to be able to, huh? Yeah, but she don't want to freeze her eggs because she probably don't want to have a baby at an older age. Like she might want to deal with the kid now while she had the patience, while she had the motivation, and while she had the drive and being able to, get up and run and play it apart with the kid. You have a kid at 50, then
Well, that was
you
just
might not have that same energy.
though. That's the card she was though. Oh well, you can't
That's what I'm saying. That just might be the life that God wanted you to have. Just one.
Yeah.
Y'all is upset she want another baby.
Like, there's a lot of people that want
So
kids
would it
that
be
can't
different
even
if
have
she didn't
one.
want a baby? If she didn't already have a baby and she wanted a baby and she offered
Okay, if she didn't
someone
have
money to have a baby, do you feel the same way that she should just freeze her eggs and
No.
not have a baby?
I would feel differently because she's getting older. She doesn't have any children at all. And maybe she feels like her biological clock, is that what they call it,
yeah.
is
She
ticking.
want her child to have a
So,
sibling.
cool. She better go adopt a child, maybe give her a child better life. She could do that. She's
That's
stable financially. But like for you to go through the process of being pregnant and have a near death experience to bring a child in this world to not have a person by your side supporting you and helping you is diabolical to me. I don't know why
She
people
do have
think
a person,
having
Chloe.
nobody. I don't know
Chloe
why
is there to
having
help her.
children is so casual. Like that's not a casual thing. Like it's a very serious thing. People will commit to being a co-parent with somebody, being locked in with somebody for a lifetime that they freaking hate versus building an actual true loving relationship and
It's
building
hard
a
for her to
family.
date.
Why?
Why? Everybody out here can date.
It's not
There's
You gonna
majority
say
to
why?
date.
you.
Because she
It
probably
ain't
got
hard to
all of
date.
these expectations that some guys aren't willing to
Lower
deal with.
them. Lower them.
Willing to let them make you pregnant. Willing to pay
By the way,
$100,000.
I'm with y'all. She don't need to pay nobody to have no baby. I'm just being devil's advocate. I ain't on here a super Malika fan, by the way. I just want to hear these answers.
It's
But
insane. Like this is
I
just
want to know from
crazy.
y'all, what, like, why can't she be that person who don't want to date nobody else but want more kids by the same guy?
No. See, and
You just
so
gotta say
we're
no.
moving on. We're moving on to Angela Simmons, and even though I think she's a goofy ass girl, she had her son. Her son's father passed away. Very unfortunate. She moved on. I think she was in a relationship with what Bow Wow for like a hot second, and then she ended up going with what's his name? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Why? No. Ooh, I'm gonna say YG.
Don't he go with Gotti?
I want
What's the
Angela
other
Gotti.
one?
Okay, yeah, Yo Gotti.
She. Go
So
with
they've
Gotti.
she's been with Yo Gotti for some time now. I think her son is like 8, and she didn't get pregnant again yet. Like that's my kind of vibe. Like focus on you, sis.
You talking
Do
about
what you want
like
to do.
she might not want no more kids.
Maybe not, or maybe she like, you know what, my first relationship didn't work out. You know, she's a pastor's daughter or whatever, so she might be like, you know what, next time I'm focusing on love and I'm being in a relationship and I'm getting married before I decide to bring in another child. As goofy as I think she is,
I'm
she's
not giving
making the
her a
right
pastor's daughter
decision.
pass because she set up at the BET Awards and pointed the gun at
With
me.
that,
No. Like,
and
you're
sat in
not
that
getting a
tub with
pastor
them
pass.
Oreos. Like, why would you sit in that tub with them Oreos? Like, girl, I don't even care if you was trying to sell an Oreo to me. You would have had to come up with a different photo shoot. I'm not doing that. Then you got Oreo.
I think I would have just bought them if she just said, "Here, I got a pack of Oreos. You want to buy them?"
like pull up the picture because I'm over her. Like, wow.
Which picture? The Oreo or the gun?
Oreo picture. Like, how would she think that?
And then I don't like her mouth area.
What do you mean her mouth area?
She look like she the type that cannot close her mouth.
Like, what is we doing here?
Get that off of my screen. Girl. Get that off of my screen right now.
No.
And then like I'm all about like adopting your man's slang, but why would she go in that shade room and act like she from down south?
I don't know.
I mean, not the shade room, the Breakfast Club.
You say the shade room.
She talking like she what's her name? Gorilla. Like, girl, you're not from there. Like, be for real. You're from New York. Like, why would you sit up there and act like you got an accent like them?
She got
let me hear y'all Tennessee accent.
I ain't got no Tennessee accent.
How you even sound like
I ain't from there?
I don't know.
Like
she said music.
Oh yeah. She got that on she got that on Twitter and ran with it.
Like, she play too much. I'm over her. Like, I can't do. I used to like Angela Simmons when they had the pastries. Her and her sister. They was a vibe then. Now she grew up to be like weird. Like, I hate when people grow up and be weird.
Yeah. Where Vanessa in life?
Minding her business. In the media I think she got a daughter. I love that for her. She got a daughter. She's vibing out. Nobody in her business. Nobody can say nothing about Ange. I mean, what's her name? Vanessa.
What's going on with what's the little boy? Not Diggy. What was the one who was after Diggy? The one here.
Oh my God.
Russ.
He looked like
his name Russ.
He looks like Jim Jones' mom.
Definitely look like Jim Jones' mom with the dry lips. He used to get on my nerves because he used to cry all the time on Run's house. Like, stop crying all the time. Scary. Like, y'all irk me. I really pray that when I have kids, they don't grow up to be weird. Like, I hate when somebody be cool when they're young and then grow up to be weird. Like, that irritates me.
Oh
You
my
Like, how
mad
did you even get
Angela
like
turned
this?
weird, I think.
I'm so
I feel
mad.
like she
I'm
always
so
had like a
mad.
weird vibe to her, but I feel like you gave her a pass and now you mad that
I
she
did,
actually
and now I'm
fulfilled
pissed.
that weirdness.
Like, I'm hot. I'm really irritated. Like, girl, sit down. And it would be cool if she was like weird and not always in the media. Like, now you're weird and you're always in the media. Like, sit down.
I knew she was weird from that Cheetos photo she posted when she had on that Cheetos outfit and a bag of Cheetos and sitting her legs with no panties on.
I do remember that.
Like that was crazy. Like
She
why did you do
loved
that?
posing with food.
So she just
God,
always
she a foodie.
yarn. She just always
I am screaming. I want to ask like Yo Gotti, like, what you like about Angela?
yeah, because he
And I
put
feel like I would be the person that if my significant other is posting something crazy on social media, I'd be like, babe, like we ain't on
Don't
don't.
post that.
that. Like we not on it.
But my thing
Like,
is, she's not even just awkward on social media. She's awkward in real life. Like, have y'all ever seen her videos of her dancing or even being with him? Like, she just looks
No.
weird. Like, she just is,
no, I don't want to be that invested in Ian. She
yeah.
already irritates me enough.
It's a no for me.
I can't deal with her. But anyway, Champagne, you got the spelling bee word?
Yes, I do have the spelling bee word for y'all today, and
You want
I
to make
want
me look
both
like
of
a fool
y'all.
today.
What
I
We
we
going
want both
last.
of y'all
Last
to
to
try
break
to spell automatopoeia.
it. Now, I was about to call you bitch. Like, can I get a different word? You know I don't know how to spell that.
Go ahead, try it out. Kiana, go ahead. You can try it first.
Monopia.
You was in no. Go ahead. Ash. You pronounced it right.
No. Is it a O-N-O?
Yeah. You
I
on
know.
to something.
O-N-O.
Oh yeah, let me not give you this much grace because when I was spelling mine, you would not tell me if I was right or wrong.
Yeah, I wasn't.
So go ahead.
O-N-O. I know. M. I know my. O-N-P-I-A.
No, go ahead, Kiana.
I thought that was
It's
right.
P somewhere. It's onomatopoeia.
All right,
Okay.
go ahead.
P-I-A.
I know O-N-O. I know my M-A-T. I know my
Onomatopoeia is a T in it? Onomatopoeia?
Tapia.
Let her finish. Go ahead.
I know O-N-O. My M-A-T. T-A-P-E-I-A. E-I-A.
You was close. I'm gonna spell it for y'all. It was Onomatopoeia.
Oh.
They played with the P-O.
Oh, Pia.
Like, monopia. Like, ain't no
Oh.
O in that.
I know my toe. P.
Milo.
I know it was a T in onomatopoeia.
Yeah,
You said an N.
no, you say that. Automata. Automata.
I said onomana with an N. Nuh. I never knew it was a T in that.
Onomatopoeia.
That's
Like,
I know it's a T
crazy.
somewhere.
that's
I'm gonna have to
actually
do
insane.
spelling bees for my kids because they can't be this embarrassing when they grown.
I know. I can't wait for my kids to have spelling words, but I don't even know if schools still do spelling words. Do they? I don't know.
We
I'm
gonna
find
do
out.
spelling bees at home. We having a spelling bee.
Facts.
All our kids together having a spelling bee.
I know, right? They gonna be
Everybody-
urged like, oh my god, I gotta keep doing this
Every
time
time
over
they
there.
get all together, yeah, spell this. They're gonna be like, no.
That's actually hilarious. So
I'm
yes, that was
crying.
y'all word of the week. So I hope y'all enjoy
Child.
spelling automatopoeia.
That word was hard. I did
I
not know
can't
it
wait
was a
till
T
the
in
week
it.
that one of us get the correct spelling.
Me too, because that would be nice.
You know, I'm about to start studying a dictionary.
I'm gonna find the word next week. I'm gonna find a
All
word.
right, find a word and make sure you
Okay.
give me an easy word. Like
Yeah. Remember we had the hardest time spelling ibuprofen?
Yes.
Yes, oh my
I
god.
still have a little hard time spelling it.
What letter did I not know was in ibuprofen?
That
I
was
don't know.
craven. I'm talking about that was craven.
And I ain't gonna make y'all spell it right now because we already did our word. Y'all embarrassed enough.
But what's y'all show of the week?
Go ahead, Kate. You could go.
My show of the week I did. Well, I finished Supercell. That was a good show.
Was it good?
I guess we finished it last night.
Give me 1 out of 10. What was it?
It was about an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
It was about 8.5 out of 10. We finished it last night. It was really, really good. So y'all watch it. It's really, really good.
Mm-hmm. My show of the week is The Ultimatum. I went back to that so that I can finish the season. I keep jumping around trying to catch up on episodes. So I'm back on that. And baby, it's crazy. Like, I just want to know, what was the expectations like when they went into this? Like, I just want to ask y'all, if you and your man go on the ultimatum, are y'all setting boundaries? Like, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that. Because I want to know why she's surprised that her man had sex with the other girl. But like, they're together for 3 weeks. Like, what exactly did you expect them to do?
Me and my man, we not going on that show. But
yeah, we get that. But if
but yes, I think setting boundaries. I think having sex with somebody in 3 weeks is I mean, if people do it, did I do it? I'm not going.
Yeah, before.
I was looking like.
You don't know that. Anyway, I think that you should be setting boundaries before, and I think that if you are, because they're still in a relationship technically with the other person, right? I think that shouldn't have even been a thing to even be talked about. You shouldn't even have done that if you're still technically in a relationship with me. We didn't really break up. So
no, they actually break up. The point of the ultimatum show is like, again, I wouldn't want to go on this show because I am a little, I don't even know. I want to say, I don't know if I would be scared that one of us would like the other person, but I just don't want to see my man with somebody else on TV.
Yeah.
But either way, same rooms all around each other. Like, I don't want to see that.
I think the point of the ultimatum is for y'all to come with an ultimatum, y'all to break up, y'all to be with this in a relationship with this other person for 3 weeks, and then for them to break up, and for y'all to see if y'all want to get back together. That's what my perception of the show is.
Oh, that's how.
But also, I feel like they shouldn't have boundaries because of the fact that if we're breaking up and we're trying to see if like we want to be with this other person, having restrictions is not going to fully allow you to be like, okay, I can't have sex with this person, but I really want to. Like, it's just gonna be a restriction. I feel like you should just have boundaries within yourself. Like, I know I have someone I already want to be with. I'm not going to go into it doing this. But then it's like, I don't know, what's the point of going on the show if you're not going to
That's what I was saying.
Fully right. Be involved in the show. So I guess you shouldn't have boundaries. I would say no, you shouldn't have boundaries, but there's a level of respect I would have knowing that I'm on TV.
Yeah, right, like, that too. And you go on the show with the objective that like you may no longer be with this person, and you might choose this other person. So imagine you with them for 3 weeks, you never had sex, but you want to choose them, and then you break up with your whoever, and then you go with that person, and the sex is trash.
Mm-hmm. Or let's say not even the sex. What if you're withholding your feelings for this person that you really is actually enjoying, and you with this person for these 3 weeks, and y'all catching feelings, but you like, oh, I don't want to show them these feelings because this, that, and third. Like,
so that's the whole purpose of the ultimatum, right? To really like see how your life will be without the person that you with. I could never, because first of all, I don't want to have sex with nobody else, and you better not want to have sex with nobody else. But I think that's the whole like mix up with the show. Y'all are expecting to go on here to give somebody an ultimatum, and it's mostly the girls that's crying is the ones that gave Damien an ultimatum. You shouldn't have ever brought him here.
Yeah, you should have just been content with whatever you had.
You already seen that your relationship was a little rocky, so giving him another woman is
gave him an ultimatum because you wanted him to marry you, but he was dragging his feet. There's a reason why he was dragging his feet. So then you brought him on this show, and then you see the reason why he's dragging his feet, and then you crying.
And don't get me wrong, like women should have ultimatums if they want ultimatums, like that's cool.
But not on the show. Like have
you want to give your man an ultimatum? Go ahead.
You don't be crying in public.
Yeah, but anyway, that's my show, y'all.
My show of the week is back to Game of Thrones because I am back trying to finish season 4 of Game of Thrones so that I can move on to House of Dragons.
Is that only 4 seasons?
No, I think it's 6 or 8 seasons or something like that.
Oh, girl, you got a long way to go. I thought you was almost done.
No, yeah, I'm just trying to get through for you. But again, that's a show you really have to give your full attention. Like I cannot put on that show and be like scrolling on my phone or texting or like
Yeah.
on the phone with somebody. I be having to see what is going on because there's so much that goes on in
And you
the
miss
matter
one
of
little
seconds.
thing and now you don't know what happened.
Right.
Because I feel like that's what happened like when I was on season like 1 or 2 and I had to watch like maybe like 5 episodes to be like, oh okay, this is what's going on. Because I didn't want to
Yeah.
go all the way back. But yeah, that's the show. But I'm gonna try to finish that. I've also been watching Pop the Balloon on YouTube and that joint is so funny. Like I just be
I'm about
looking
to
on
watch
there
that one, especially the one with Meatball.
Oh my.
smelling old as shit. Ew.
That old head
That
too.
man gonna say, hold this. He gonna take the balloon and pop
He
it.
too right on up. Like
He gonna say, don't play with me. Don't disrespect me like
But
that.
that's not Pop the Balloon. That's 20 versus 1.
That was pop the balloon.
No, Pop the Balloon is when like you ever seen the guy who they be calling a turtle?
oh yeah,
Where
yeah,
the where the
It's
the
a line
gender
full of
line
girls.
up and then they ask some questions and they pop like that.
yeah.
Okay. I thought the one with Meatball.
But the one with Meatball is actually funny.
Balloon in her hand.
Yeah.
What's the one with Meatball only? What's that called?
That's called 20 versus 1.
Oh, 20 versus 1. Okay, I'm gonna watch that tonight.
What was I about to say? But yeah, that's basically it. But I wanted to say something about Meatball Brufist. She is going on a rant about baddies and how these people that got their chain before she got her chain. Like, what's the point of the chain thing? Like, do y'all know? Have y'all been keeping up with baddies? I didn't watch this episode.
I just watched episode today while I was in the gym on the treadmill, but yeah, I don't know nothing about the rant. But I think they was just giving them chains just so they all could have a baddie chain. I thought she gave them all the chain at the same time.
Oh,
but they
but
had
she
it
was
since,
like,
the
oh,
first episode.
she handed Tink a chain before she handed me a chain. Like, why do it matter the order? Like, I feel like go ahead.
I'm hollering at her doing this.
I think because I'm trying to remember the episode. I think Natalie was giving baddie chains to the OGs. But I think what was interesting about the whole Tink situation is technically in the club, because I actually just watched it today, that was Natalie's necklace off of her. So that wasn't even like Natalie bought new necklaces. That was Natalie's necklaces that she gave to Tinka. Because in the club appearance, I guess Tinka was like having a ball, just acting like a true baddie. And ball was kind of like stink. But what was being explained was Tinka was saying like she was doing all that to the replacements that was in the crowd, not to Meatball, but Meatball took it as like a dig, like, oh, I got my baddie chain first. So I don't know.
Girl, that's a mess. First of all, I don't want to be more of a baddie than you is.
And they were sisters though.
Yeah.
So
but I'm mad because Meatball put up a poll and said, should I get a new car or a new watch? And I voted new car, and then I see everybody else voted new car, and she gonna get a watch.
Why was
That's what I mean by
talking about some. What time is it? You can't even tell time. Talking about what
you gonna say she can't tell time.
Got you a couple new outfits. Like you should have
got a couple
new outfits.
She can't tell time.
Like, really
You should have got her a digital watch. Like you ain't even need the one with the hands. I feel like nobody know how to tell time on them hands no more.
If you had a car, you could have looked at your phone, programmed the thing on the phone for your clock, and you would have knew the time. You would have knew the time if you would have got a car.
She would have had both, huh?
You would have had both. You would have knew the time in the car. Like, fuck.
But oh well, that's on her.
Yes, so that's another show that I gotta watch. I gotta
now.
get into that episode, but there are my shows of the week. Sorry, I took up all that time with like 3 shows.
Fine, girl. I'm about to go watch 20 Against 1. So I'll talk to y'all later.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of in Podcast with a regular girl who's had a real conversations. Bye.
Bye,
Bye, y'all.